I don't like you eating my food. I don't like sharing my food. Like, I want to eat my food.
Joey doesn't share food.
Like, I would have no problem being like, you see all this fucking food, I'm about to shovel it right in. Don't get your fingers in there. I'll eat them too.
And also, yikes.
Hello, everybody. I'm Miranda, and this is Nick.
Oi.
Welcome to the Ranting Podcast. We're back for another Am I the Asshole Files episode.
Yeah, we are.
As always, Nick and I are going to take turns reading 4 stories total. So before we do that, though, how you doing today?
Doing all right.
Yeah.
I know you didn't get much sleep last night.
No.
How do you feel about that?
I don't feel great about it.
So these stories are a little rough.
Maybe use a nap.
That's why.
I tried my best.
Oh no.
Hopefully everything goes well. I don't know. We'll see.
That's funny.
Yeah, other than that, do you have anything that you want to rant about?
I don't think so. I guess the only thing I have is comments. I'm trying to get to as many comments as I can.
Yeah.
But there's like hundreds a day.
Yeah.
So it's across
fun.
all the platforms.
Yeah.
But it's fun kind of like interacting with everybody, you know?
Yeah, trying to keep up with everybody and like talk back.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like I want to say like 99% of the comments are like, I don't know, good comments. Like they're actually like they're engaging or whatever you want to,
Yeah.
There's some that are just like, why the fuck are you here?
I mean, yeah, I feel like we're getting further away from the people that are like that. Like for a long time there, it felt like there was a lot of people that just had shit to say. And I was like,
as soon as I see that, I just shit on them and they usually just go away.
I mean, yeah, I just got to a point where I was like, you don't have to be like, if you don't like it, then just scroll. That's fine.
Not everything is for you.
That's why.
And that's okay with us.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, okay, whatever. I just, like, it's just annoying at this point. It's not like you're saying anything to hurt my feelings. I'm just like, you're wasting my time.
Yes.
I could have used those 3 seconds to read a funny comment.
But yeah, I'm truly enjoying engaging with all of our ranters and stuff like that in the comments. Yeah. There's just so many. I'm just trying to keep up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better at like as soon as we launch any kind of like episode or short or whatever, I try to like as soon as those comments start coming through, I try.
Yeah,
but then
that's fair.
Eventually I'm gonna lose it because like it gets into like the hundreds, if not thousands.
Yeah. Well, I try to come in like behind you and be like, what did you miss?
Yeah.
But we'll see.
It's a lot of fun though. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
So did you say that's your rave then?
Absolutely. Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I definitely. Yeah. I like how the traction is kind of picking up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we also, another one too. 2 big things actually this week. We hit 5K on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And we hit 10K on Facebook.
Yeah. So thank you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for all coming to hang out with us.
Welcome to the community.
Yeah. We love it. It's really nice to see the community grow.
Yeah. What's your, I guess, rant or rave for the week?
Oh, yeah. So I did have a rant ready. I want to talk about people doing weird shit on the road. Because it just seems like there's always something. Always. So the other day I was walking the dogs and I was walking down the sidewalk and everything. And I see this guy like stopped in the turn lane and he had his hazards on. And I was like, oh, that's a really shitty place to be broken down. Yeah. And then I was like, well, you're so close to the corner. Like, why didn't you just try to like round the corner, Because where he was parked, he was like right in the middle of the lane. So somebody wanted to go around or like needed to turn or something.
The lane or the intersection?
It was like literally right, like the intersection was right here and he was in the turn lane right here.
Okay.
And so if somebody wanted to turn there, they would have to make like a really last minute turn. Like they wouldn't be able to slow down or anything. I mean, obviously they still would, but the whole lane was blocked.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, that's really shitty for that guy. Like that really sucks and da-da-da. And as I'm thinking this, I'm like walking closer to the car, just walking down the sidewalk. And I see this fucking guy is sitting on his phone. And then all of a sudden his hazards switch off and he just pulls back onto the road.
Whoa.
And I was like,
The fuck was
what
that?
What are you doing?
Damn, he had to take a phone call.
Yeah, I was like, you're not, it's not like you're on a side street and you like pulled off to the side of the road. Like you're blocking the whole fucking lane.
I mean,
what are you doing?
That's a perfect example of people that think that this is just their world and everybody else is just living in it.
100%. Exactly, and I mean, luckily it was like one of the lulls on the road, so it wasn't busy. Still, but I was just like, what are you... You can't just stop and take up a whole turn lane because you got to check a text message. Like, and you were right there. All you had to do was like turn the corner and you could have parked on the side of the road.
Or just
what are you doing?
Wait until you're not right there.
I don't know. Jesus. I have no idea. So yeah,
some people
that
are
shit was fucking weird. Well, then later that day, literally this all happened in the same day. I think I was like either going to or from the grocery store. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Not super relevant. I was in the car driving.
Okay.
And I'm driving down the road, and all of a sudden, I see this dude in a red convertible with the top all the way down, and there's a big-ass stuffed giraffe strapped into the back seat. And he's just driving along.
Maybe he's taking home to his kid.
I was just like, I just kind of stopped and looked at it and was like, you know what? Yeah.
I've seen weirder things, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I just came home.
That's fine. People do some weird shit in the Springs.
Yeah.
Specifically, I mean, not like a little more severe than that, but like people will roll their cars in like a 30-mile-per-hour zone. And I'm just like, I pull up to it and I'm just like, or I see it on socials or whatever, and I'm like, it's 35 through there.
I know.
How in the fuck did you manage that?
I know.
And you're flipped upside down. How do you flip your car at 30 miles an hour?
Exactly. So there was an intersection. This just happened like a year ago. I was going to turn to go to work, and like there's a light there. Like it's a 3-way intersection, okay. And I was coming up on the, I guess where you can go left or right.
Okay.
And I was turning left, and as I'm turning, there's a whole fucking car just flipped over right there. And I was like, how fast were you cutting this corner?
It's a good question.
What are you doing?
There was one guy.
Just
there was one that was how do I explain this to people that aren't familiar with the area? But so there's this corner store just down the road from us, right? And there's this intersection, and then it's right across from Chipotle, right? And then there's that kind of major intersection. And then if you take a right at that intersection, you can either go into like Chipotle or you can go into like the corner store or like the gas station. And pulling into the gas station, right? So like there's no more than probably, I would say, 50 feet in between this major intersection and the turn into the corner store, right? And somebody had flipped their car turning into the gas station.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're going like what? 10 miles an hour, maybe making that turn, whatever, 15.
You should be.
Whatever it
Clearly
is.
They were not.
To make that turn. And then there's only 50 more feet.
Yeah.
How did you pick up so much speed to flip your car?
Yeah. It's like people have such a, I don't even know, this obsession with trying to like beat yellow lights and shit. And yeah, I'm convinced that that's just really what it all comes down to is people don't have patience, except for the guy in the red convertible. He looked like he was chilling. I just wanted to point that out because it was fucking weird. You don't see that every day.
That's true.
But yeah.
Another thing though, too, is people turning. And I mean, I'm sure this is true for a lot of, I mean, I don't consider the Springs a city. I've said this before.
I guess.
I think it's you'd consider it like a small city, I think. I say it's a big town, whichever. But similar places, like similar in size, you know. I wonder if they have the same thing that we do as like Powers, like the road Powers.
Probably
Powers
like big
turns
main
into
roads.
Yeah, it's not even like I don't even think it's considered a highway. It's just a road through.
I don't know.
Through the Springs,
I stopped
and it
driving
turns
on
into the fucking interstate.
Yeah,
like people drive.
I stopped
on
driving on Powers unless I absolutely have to. And that's like if I'm in a rush to get somewhere and I'm like, okay, I don't want to deal with the back roads and extra stoplights and all that stuff. But yeah, no, I really don't drive on that road. There's like a few roads that I always avoid. And
there
that's one of them.
Have been so many like pileups.
Yeah.
on that road.
Yeah, just dumb shit.
And it's like I think the speed limit's like what, 50? So I don't know.
Yeah, but people go so fast on there.
I see people go like 90 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, there's people that I'm driving and they just fly by me and I'm like, this is not the Autobahn.
Yeah, exactly.
Slow down. Like, oh, sorry. I didn't mean to take you back there. No, bring it back. We're talking about shitty driving.
The Autobahn.
Stay on topic.
I fucking love the Autobahn. Oh,
that shit scared the hell out of me.
That's crazy though, because that's big boy rules right there.
Yeah,
I miss that because like people knew there was an etiquette. There was an etiquette on the Autobahn, whereas like if there was somebody coming up on you in the fast lane,
you get the fuck out of the way.
Fuck out of the way because they could be going 120.
Yeah, they don't move around you. You move around them.
Absolutely,
like,
you move over.
Oh no, I lived in the right lane.
Oh yeah, I lived in the left lane when we were in Germany, and I was
definitely like do.
But here you just don't get that. Even like on Powers or whatever road, the interstate, you'll have somebody that's like in the fast lane, but they're going like 10, 20
There'll
under.
be like whipping around people and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it's nuts. So
yeah. People do some crazy shit on the road.
Yeah, I don't know. I just really needed to get that off my chest.
That's fair.
I've really been holding on to that for like 2 days now.
Seen some weird shit. Oh, there was one. Oh my God. If anybody listening to this is either from the Springs or you've been here, whatever, if you're familiar with Woodman, that's another major road. Oh. And like I have seen the craziest shit in my life on that road. Like tires on fire. There was this one car. I was coming back. There was when my regular gym was under construction, and I was coming back, and like I don't go to the gym at night, but I used to. And that was one of those times. And I told you about this when I got back. There was, I forget what it was, but there was a car on fire. So I was coming east on Woodman, coming home. And there was this car on fire, and it just kept going. I forget. I think it was like, the tire. Yeah, the tire was on fire, and the person just fucking kept going. And like I get down probably not even half a block, maybe like a mile down the road. It was probably like a mile down the road. And all of a sudden I see a bush on fire on the side of the road. And I'm like, that's from that fucking tire that was just on fire. Yeah. Not even a mile down the road, still on Woodman, there's a person, again, in the fast lane going slow as shit. So I'm like, what the hell's... I didn't really see any hazards or anything. I just saw a couple people behind them, right? So I'm like, okay, obviously I'm going to pass you. So I get in the middle lane and I pass them and I get just past that lead car that's slowing everybody down. And there's like this, I don't know, I want to say this like 4x4 fence. Like think of like a chain link fence in their grill. In their fucking grill. Just sticking out of their grill. And I'm like, why are you on the road?
What is happening?
And like within like 5 minutes, I see all of this on Woodman and I'm like, can we please?
Like, I just want to go home.
Just get me off this
I
fucking
just want to go home.
Like,
I don't need to see anymore. I've seen enough for the day. Yeah.
Powers and Woodman on, especially like at the end of the day, like a rush hour.
Oh yeah, 25 too.
25. Just stay away from.
Those.
Just stay away from.
Now remember that time when we were driving down Woodman and somebody hit the rocks in front of Walmart?
That was wild. No, okay. This was not a rock. It's was like it's a big ass boulder. Yeah, and
it was a nice boulder.
Yeah. And I guess again, how fucking fast are you going? You have to take that corner at like 5 miles an hour.
Yes, you gotta cut it
because
it's like almost 90 degrees.
Oh yeah, you're going into the parking lot, like the Walmart parking lot. So you have to go slow. But somehow, I think they were drunk. But like instead of like taking that corner, they must have been coming in at like 30, 40 miles an hour.
Turning, they went and like hit the median, and the whole boulder was like in the other lane. Yes,
rolled into the lane.
Yeah, and we were just like, what the fuck?
Those things are heavy, and your car just like, and then of course they were nowhere to be seen by the time we got there.
Yeah, that's right. The doors were wide open, lights were still on, and we were like, there's nobody around.
There was 2 squad cars that were there, and the car was empty, and you could tell that they just got out. Either the one person, the driver, or everybody, whatever.
They fucking took off.
They're gone.
Yeah. So again.
Drivers in the Springs. What is it? What's that page? 719 can't drive?
Yes.
That Facebook page exists for a reason.
Yes. If you need any examples of what we're talking about, go on Facebook and just search 719 Can't Drive. And you will see plenty.
That's us.
Yeah. All right.
It's awful.
Yes. Well, moving on.
Okay.
Or unless, do you have more you want
No,
to
what
say?
you got?
Okay. Well, I'm done now. Like I said, I just needed to get that off my chest.
Is that your
That's
weekly
all.
rant?
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's my rant for the week, not my rave.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Maybe I'll have a rave later. I don't know. We'll see.
There you go.
So anyway, before jumping into the stories again, I would like to remind everyone that we love to see what you all have to say, obviously. So please continue to share your comments with us. And then at the end of this episode, we're going to be putting in our votes for the biggest asshole of the episode, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Biggest asshole.
There you go.
And we definitely want to hear what you guys have to say as well.
Uh-huh.
So without further ado,
What you got?
this first story is actually another listener submission.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we love to see it. So thank you for writing in. And they wanted to remain anonymous as well. So no names.
Yep.
So this one, I gave the title, Am I the Asshole for Waiting Until My Lease is Over to Leave My Boyfriend?
Ooh. All right. Hot and heavy already.
Yep.
All right.
Hi, everyone. I, 22 female, am wondering if I'm the asshole for staying in a relationship until the end of my lease with my boyfriend at 23 male, even though I know I don't see a future with him. For some background, this is actually our second time dating. The first time we broke up, he spiraled. He stopped going to work, stopped paying his bills, and basically shut down. We eventually got back together, and now we live together. Over the course of our relationship, I've realized he lies a lot. Not little white lies, but lies that have real consequences. He's lied about finances, and those lies have led to major problems. He recently lost his car because of issues that stemmed from his dishonesty. We also ended up in court over an eviction notice that could have been avoided if he'd been truthful from the beginning. I feel like I'm constantly cleaning up messes that I didn't create. I've spent a significant amount of my own money helping with rent, helping him try to get his car back, and covering other financial problems. Meanwhile, I'm trying to build my own future. I recently graduated and am applying to master's programs. He just graduated the year before me as well, but he went straight into the workforce. I've worked incredibly hard for years to get to this point, and my career goals were in place long before this relationship. The biggest issue is that my name is on the lease. If I leave now, I'm genuinely afraid he'll react the same way he did last time. If he quits paying rent or stops going to work again, my credit could be destroyed too because I'm legally tied to the apartment. I'm not staying because I think he's going to change or because I want to be with him forever. If the lease magically disappeared tomorrow with no financial consequences, I would end the relationship. Honestly, I'd probably feel relieved. At the same time, I feel guilty because I know I'm emotionally checked out. I care about him as a person, but I don't feel like I'm in love anymore. I feel more like his parent than his partner. He's several years older than me, yet I feel like I'm the one managing responsibilities, solving crises, and trying to keep everything from falling apart. To make things worse, one of my friend's boyfriends recently accused me of using him to set myself up for the future. That really hurt because I feel like it's the complete opposite. If anything, I've spent my own money trying to fix problems caused by his decisions. My future wasn't dependent on him. I was pursuing my education and career regardless, so now I'm questioning myself. Am I wrong for staying until the lease ends to protect my finances and credit, even though I already know I don't want a future with him? Should I leave immediately because it's unfair to stay when my heart isn't in it, or is it reasonable to wait until I'm no longer legally and financially tied to him? Am I the asshole?
I definitely don't think this is not healthy. Like for your mental health and your well-being, this is all very, very bad.
Yeah.
However, I do have a question. I don't know, maybe it's how it was worded or what, but there was a lot of like the finances, it sounds like they're split. Like very, very split. There was a lot of he's paying, I'm paying, he's paying, I'm paying. I'm covering down on bills. Like if you're living together and you're even more so, you're on the lease. And then the only time I heard you say anything about like paying rent was him paying rent. is I'm assuming she's paying rent.
Well, it sounds like
paying
he
her?
lies about paying bills because she said that he just lost his car, and then they had like an eviction notice that they had to deal with too.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I would almost like go to the landlord and maybe explain and be like, yeah, that eviction notice, that was his doing. I would like to work with you to keep me on the lease. Like, what are my options to work around him?
So
or
she's the only,
I don't know.
She's the only one on the lease. She's paying all the bills.
I don't think it sounds like they're both on the lease. That's why she's worried about leaving.
Oh, I thought it was just her.
No, I think
I thought she said my name's on the lease. Oh,
I'm
so
guessing it's both
you read
of
that
them.
as like it's both.
Yeah, that's how I took it anyway.
Yeah. But if he's not paying any of the bills, that's what makes it kind of hard.
Exactly, because yeah, if you just let it go and you're attached, then yeah, it's gonna fall back on you.
Definitely, I'm definitely curious as to what. Neither one of us are savvy with renting laws.
No,
I'm sure there's something that she can do, but my kind of knee-jerk reaction is obviously protect your peace. We say it every fucking episode, right? But your mental health, this is a step farther from your peace. This is mental health. This is your well-being.
Yeah, I think like it could potentially turn into like a physical safety situation as well. I don't know
would have
how
already gone there, but that's a fair
well,
point.
yeah, but that's
thing.
one thing that because I was going through all these various like routes to take it, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I understand where you're coming from with wanting to have that self-preservation of like just waiting out the lease and just kind of like let things seem like they're okay or whatever until you can safely separate versus being like, hey, I'm going to leave. And then he has all this time to like do damage to the property, do damage to her property, or like not pay bills, or, you know, like all these things that he could do to try and sabotage, where even she might still get away in the end. But if he's sabotaging her up until she gets away, now she needs to not only start over, but then like recover from everything that he's done.
I think there's only, talking through it, I think there's only one right thing, in my opinion, that you can do. And that's, I don't think it's right to wait. Did we get a timeline? There was no timeline, right? They don't have a year or two or what? Okay. I don't think it matters. Unless it was like a couple weeks or a couple months, then I would kind of go back on the statement. But I think you need to protect your mental health, your well-being, your peace. I don't think it's right to wait because it's only going to get more and more toxic. And also, it sounds like he's already not meeting you halfway, obviously. So like, I think you should go to a lawyer. I think you should go to a lawyer that specializes in this stuff because I guarantee there's something that you can do. Like I said, my knee-jerk reaction would be like, go to the landlord and be like, okay, I'm going to give you my half. If he doesn't, right?
Yeah, like,
there's got to be some way that we can take him off, or there's got to be something, right?
Yeah.
There has to be a fucking law that protects you, right? Because this is not, like you had said, it could get violent. Sounds like it hasn't yet, right? Because she would have already probably left. Damn the credit. Right. If there's physical things happening, then you need to get the fuck out.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
Right. But it doesn't sound like we're there. And hopefully it never gets there, obviously.
Yeah, I hope
but
not.
Still, none of this is good for your mental health.
Yeah.
Sounds like she's on the right track, right? And he is just kind of we don't have his side of the story.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, there's damning evidence there, right?
Yeah.
The eviction and losing this and that, not paying this and that, all that. So I think the only right thing is to consult a lawyer and find out what are you legally able to do so that you can protect yourself, your credit, and your fucking sanity.
What do you think about the friend saying that she's using him by staying until the end of the lease?
That's not what they said, though. They said you're using him to get ahead.
Yeah, so I'm
took that
guessing. Well, the way that I took it was using him to kind of like hopefully bridge the gap in the finances. So maybe she has a little bit more to save up with. That's how I took it, was that they're saying you're like, she's using him by.
Read it again. Just that part.
Hold on, let me find it. Okay. To make things worse, one of my friend's boyfriends recently accused me of using him to set myself up for my future.
Is this a friend of the fucking guy?
One of my friend's boyfriends.
I wonder if that is his friend.
Maybe.
That drastically changes the scenario for me. I don't know. I mean, no matter what you do in life, people are going to talk shit.
Oh, yeah.
You could be the best person in the world. You could be fucking Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people that still talk shit.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So like, this is the same thing. So like, it doesn't really, I want to say, do what's right by you and do what's best for you. You know what I mean?
That's kind
of. But some people think that some people do walk on people.
Oh, yeah.
To get there. This doesn't seem to.
Well, that's kind of where I felt like it's more of a self-preservation versus a using him kind of thing, because like it's already clear. He's already proven that if they break up, when they break up, he's going to self-sabotage. He's already done it before. There's a good chance he's going to do it again.
Okay.
But this way, that's what I was saying before, is that if she holds out, if, you know, this is her only option to hold out until the lease ends, then at least maybe she can get out of it without being dragged down with him. Like, she can get out, she can have her finances situated. Hopefully, if everything's separate, your lease ends, you get to go. And if he wants to go and fucking let everything go, then hopefully that has no effect on you.
Right.
But that's kind of where I was, because like, I understand kind of what the friend was saying of like, maybe just like the leading him on with it and, you know, continuing the relationship. Like when you already know that there's going to be an end, I kind of get that point, but I still feel like you got to put yourself first sometimes. You need to make sure that you're going to be safe in the end. And I think that supersedes.
And I guess I don't understand how she could be like using him to get ahead. I don't see that, because it sounds like she's just doing everything.
Yeah, I feel like she's just trying to stay afloat. I didn't really take it as trying to get ahead.
Another question. No, not at all. Again, we only have one side of the story. We don't know what the friend's boyfriend is seeing or saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Or knows,
but just
whatever.
Going off of what we have.
Right. But I don't know. I'm also wondering, OP said that I forget verbatim what you said, but like she paid off some debt or paid off some stuff to get them out of a situation. She did something, right? It wasn't just the eviction. It was something else I thought in the story that she did to help him financially.
Yeah, she said, I've spent a significant amount of my own money helping with rent, helping him try to get his car back, and covering other financial problems. Yeah. So, yeah. But then also she said that he lies about a lot of stuff too. So I'm sure there's times where she's like, okay, we're caught up, we're good, we're ready to like move forward from this. Yeah. And then it's just one more fucking thing comes up, one more thing that she now has to cover, probably with late fees.
If you're not covering all of his debts and all that kind of stuff, and you just maybe handle rent yourself, maybe he can move out early if you can get him removed off the lease, if he's not on the lease, whatever. Yeah. Because there's a lot of, again, everything OP says is everything's split. Mm-hmm. They're not a team. They're not a united front, right? It's he's paying this, I'm paying this, I'm paying for his stuff. I paid a significant amount of my own money on rent, which, I mean, you're already paying rent because you're on the lease, right?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, too, that, like, one thing that might come into play, and I don't know, like, for the legal aspect, but one thing that might come into play is if you can prove how much you've been contributing towards the rent up until, the time you speak to a lawyer or something. If you have, like, physical documentation, like you can see how much was taken, even if you can just get the bank statements or something like that, just something to prove that, especially if you've been covering the majority of it or all of it for the past several months. I would be like, at what point can I just take him off of the lease because I've been paying for everything? Yeah. Like, how many months is it going to take? Because I would almost just like, I'm just going to stay quiet and I'll keep paying it. And then once I meet that deadline, then I'm going to be like, hey, by the by.
But
I know that's shitty,
but at the same time, though, I wouldn't. 2 points here. 2 comments, I guess. One is, don't do that on your own kind of accord. And then also don't take the word of the homeowner, the landlord. The landlord?
Oh, yeah, no. That was just like trying to get us like a plan with somebody else.
Go to a lawyer and see what your rights are. Because you got to think about it. And I know people, and I've even thought this before too, is like, well, fuck, why am I going to waste time and money on a lawyer? Mm-hmm. You're already paying a significant amount for like his debt, his mistakes, more share of the rents than you were, what you agreed to, stuff like that. So like you're already kind of shuffling out this money. It's just going to continue, especially if you have a couple years left on this lease, because we don't know how long the lease is.
Hopefully not. Hopefully
I wish you would have told us that, but yeah. But it could be more. It could be several. So like, I think you taking legal steps to find out what your rights are.
Yeah,
now,
just
like
so
I said,
you can make sure that you're abiding by the law and everything.
Exactly. Because you don't want him to come back and like sue you for whatever fucking stupid reason.
Make sure that you're doing it by the book from the jump. That way nobody can come back and like sneak attack.
Yes. But if there's only, and this is why it's such an important part of the story, is if there's only a couple months left, just
write it out.
I hate saying I hate saying it, but like I don't know any other way, because you consulting a lawyer, you can still do, but like any kind of legal action that you're going to take based off of that conversation is probably going to take the amount of time that it's, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, definitely weigh the time that it's going to take for that to be done versus just waiting it out. I sincerely hope that it's not very long at all, but I did do a little bit of research. What?
I wonder, before we go there, I wonder if we skipped a step. I wonder if OP can go to the boyfriend and find out if it's mutual. If both of them agree that this isn't going anywhere, that they need to, maybe you could just be like, hey, I'm going to cover rent. You move out, right? Let's just call it quits now. And then you save your fucking piece. Because it hurt coming off my fucking tongue when I said to just stay, just ride it out, because like that hurt my soul, because that means you're gonna be fucking miserable for months and you don't deserve that. Yeah. So
I agree.
But I'm thinking maybe we skip the step. Maybe just sit down and have the conversation if he can have a rational fucking conversation. But like, you know what I mean?
Disagree. Honestly, I don't think it was skipping a step. I think that was out of order. I still think she should go and talk to somebody first. Just
a lawyer before talking to, well, what if she pays money? Because it's hourly, right? So what if you pay the lawyer and then you do that old conversation, then you come back and you sit him down and he's like, oh, I feel the same way. Can I just move out? You just wasted all that time and money on a lawyer.
Yes, but then you still don't know how he's going to react. I'm saying based off of his previous reaction of when they broke up, do what you need to do to make sure that you're safe and you're legally taken care of and like all of your stuff is done before you introduce this to him. Because he very well could be like, yeah, that's fine with me. Meanwhile, he's fucking boiling on the inside and he's ready to blow your shit up. Like you need to, don't trust this dude to like have I can't think of my fucking words now. But don't assume that it's all going to go well is what I'm saying. I mean,
that's a good point. But also I would argue that could happen after. So say that down the road and you get out of the house and like that could still happen. Yeah. So I guess that's a different conversation though.
I mean, but at least then you have some proof that you were taking some steps to be proactive in it. I mean, let's face it, when it comes to shit like that, the laws already aren't on your side. So at least whatever you can do as a renter, try and be. No, I'm talking about in that like the breaking up situation and potential like aftermath of it. Yeah. They're not that many great protections, truly. So
what was the question one more time before you?
So the title that I gave it was, am I the asshole for waiting until my lease is over to leave my boyfriend?
You're absolutely not the asshole in my opinion in any way, shape, or form, but I think it's the wrong decision.
Yeah, I think ideally if you can get out, definitely get out. Safety is always like my number one priority.
Honestly, I don't want to be shitty. I don't want to point anybody in any wrong direction, but just a brain dump real quick is that depending on the lease, how much time is still there, right? I would almost take the risk, right? If there was like it was actually toxic and there was like you are miserable, whatever the case may be, right? And it's a bad environment and you have a couple years left on the lease or whatever, and no one's giving you an out, I would still move out. I would still leave.
Yeah,
because I'm like, you know what, you got it. right?
Right.
And I understand how that's risky because your name's on the lease, and I appreciate it, but it all comes down to not only protecting yourself physically, right? Because once they get wind of this, it could get, you know what I mean?
Like, exactly.
But also, which, I mean, you should see it coming also, because like this doesn't sound like a healthy relationship. You know what I mean?
You never know how people are going to react to things.
Exactly. But I mean, it may just be time to, if it's actually, if you do everything we just said, there's no conversation to be had. A lawyer's not helping you with any information. It seems like you have no options or whatever. I would still, I still go back to my previous statement is that you need to get out. I think you're wrong for sticking with it. I understand why you're doing it, but it could get ugly fast.
Well, like I was going to say before, so I did a little bit of research, and as I assumed, the laws regarding breaking a lease are dependent upon the state that you live in and not federal, obviously. So without knowing what state OP is in, it was a little bit harder to figure out how to find some resources. But I did find some general places that you could look into. So your state's attorney general's office would have information regarding how to break the lease per the landlord tenant guide, as well as your state's housing or consumer protection agency. And honestly, some counties or cities have stronger tenant protections than like the overall state law. So definitely look into that for your specific area. So that was really just as like specific, but also general as I could get for the legal advice.
I mean, that's great though.
Yeah, but really just the overall was I just always recommend doing what you think is best for you to stay safe. So I don't think that you're the asshole for, sticking through this lease if that's what it takes. I also don't think you're the asshole for getting out as soon as possible if you're able to. Like I said, you got to put yourself first. And that includes like your physical, mental, financial, all around safety. So I'm on your side.
And your mental health too. This is not good for your mental health. I don't know. I wish we would have found out before we did the story, but I wish we would know how long they've been in the lease and how long they have left. Because like if you've been dealing with this for years and you only have a couple months left, I mean, I still wouldn't even
go through them bank statements, see if you can get receipts from your landlord if you haven't already. Anything, go through texts. If you guys have talked about how much money you each have for rent, start getting your ducks in a row. Because you might need it now, you might need it later, but either way, it's better to be prepared and have it and not need it rather than need it and not have it.
That's true.
So
that's a good point.
Yeah.
And some people need to reach kind of rock bottom to like rebuild themselves, but it doesn't sound like OP's boyfriend is there. You know,
no,
I don't think
it sounds like he's not hit that point because OP's been there to bear the brunt of his bad decisions.
And then
unfortunately,
she's trying to like come up. In the world.
Like she's really trying to keep her shit together and do good things for herself. So
at the end of the day, protect your peace and protect your well-being, your mental health.
Yes, I agree.
But absolutely not the fucking ass.
No, not at all.
Hell no.
No. But all right. Well, now it's time for our second Am I the Asshole story?
That was a good one.
Yeah?
I like that one. Good. So this story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Refusing to Follow My Friend's Parents' House Rules and Leaving? Throwaway account because it's too specific of a story and our friend is on Reddit. My boyfriend, 23 male, and I, 22 female, have been together since high school, almost 6 years. We just moved in together after I graduated in May. We're not officially engaged yet, but planning to get married once he finishes grad school. An old friend from high school invited us to his family's beach house for the holiday last weekend. When we got there Friday, we realized his mom and dad were spending the weekend too, which was fine. It's their house, and they seem to have their own plans for the weekend. They were happy to let us do our own thing during the days, and they had drinks in the hot tub with us Friday evening, and were actually really cool. But that night, when my boyfriend and I started getting ready for bed, our friend's mom pulled me aside and said that my boyfriend would need to sleep on the couch in the living room instead of with me in the guest room because we aren't married. I was surprised because our friend hadn't mentioned this, and my boyfriend and I live together and everything. I said okay, but felt really uncomfortable. I have trouble sleeping in new places, and sleeping next to my boyfriend helps. My boyfriend also was annoyed he had to sleep on an uncomfortable couch when there's a perfectly good bed. So we decided it would be best to get a hotel in town and meet up with our friend the next morning. When we told our friend, he was kind of weird about it, but said okay. So we left and checked into our hotel. The next morning, we called to see what time our friend wanted to meet up. He seemed mad and couldn't hang out, and that his mom and dad flipped out at him for letting us go to a hotel and said we didn't appreciate their hospitality. So we ended up just doing our own thing for the weekend and not seeing our friend at all. Our friend texted us today, Monday, saying he was really angry that we couldn't have slept apart for 2 nights just to make his parents happy and that we won't be invited to Friendsgiving this year. He hosts for our high school friend group every year. So again, am I the asshole for refusing to follow my friend's parents' house rules and leaving?
No, I mean, it's not like, from the sounds of it, it's not like you made a huge scene about it or anything. You weren't arguing or throwing a fit about it or, whatever. You were just like, okay, well, we're not comfortable with that, so we're just going to go sleep somewhere else. Okay, you did basically the same thing that his parents did to you. You were about to go to sleep and they were like, ooh, we're not comfortable with that. You can't do that. Okay, so why do you get to be uncomfortable and I have to make sure that you're fine, but when I'm uncomfortable, I have to just stay uncomfortable?
I mean, that's a good point.
Yeah,
also, these aren't your fucking kids.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and they're adults.
Yeah.
So if they're all high school friends, and we can say that's what? So they've been together for 6 years.
Yeah.
23 male and 22 female. So we can assume that the friend is around the same age, right?
Again, yeah. If you've known these kids since high school, why are you all of a sudden trying to be like, no, you guys can't sleep together? Be so fucking for real. Stop with your old school bullshit. Just because, if you're worried about them having sex in your house, just be like, please don't have sex in my house. But come on.
I disagree with that. Because I think it is well within the parents' rights, the homeowner's rights, whatever, to request that. That is absolutely 100%. I understand
that they don't have sex in their house?
No, that they don't sleep together.
Oh.
I know. Especially the older generations. Especially
I just think it's dumb.
I understand that, but that's your opinion, right? Where other people have an opinion, right? And it's their house, so you have to respect that. So I think that's important, right? That's absolutely within your rights as well. But I don't think you can say that they're wrong for having that opinion when you have an opposing opinion. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm saying I think it's dumb.
Right. But some people, the older generations, especially religion, when you bring in all that kind of stuff, it gets complicated. I think they handled it perfectly though, because they removed themselves pretty respectfully, I would say.
Exactly.
From the scenario. You know what I mean? So I don't understand.
But that's why I just don't agree with all of that, because just because you live within the confinements of your religion and your beliefs doesn't mean that I also have to. So when you're trying to impose that on me and I decide to leave, you have no reason to be pissed off at me.
Oh, 100%. I agree with that. Absolutely.
And even with the friend, I would be like, you and your parents need to fucking get over it. Get over it, for real. If we had known ahead of time that we weren't allowed to sleep together, I would have been like, okay, cool, we'll come hang out during the day, but we're still going to our hotel. I would have brought it up in the very beginning. No problem.
It sounds like the friend is still attached to the umbilical cord too.
That's your own fucking problem.
You know what I mean? This seems like it seems like you're just a mama's boy kind of thing.
You want to keep living your life that way, then by all means. And again, yes, it is your parents' house, and if those are their rules, then those are their rules. But you don't get to get mad at me for not wanting to abide by every single rule when I don't have to.
I agree. One thing I wanted to point out too is that what I found very interesting is that it's not I just thought of this. It's not the parents that do the Friendsgiving.
Yeah, it's the
friend. So the friend doesn't have this opinion, it seems. He's getting it from the parents, and then now he's just projecting that onto another event, essentially.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I would definitely be like, why are you so bent out of shape about this?
Sounds like you're still sucking on mama's teat.
I'd be like, what, were you expecting to have a little sleepover with the boyfriend or something? I don't know. Why are you so upset because we decided to sleep somewhere else?
I don't know. Doesn't make sense.
If it's just sleeping, then what does it matter?
Yeah, I agree. And also, they called the next morning to see where he wanted to meet up, and
exactly.
He's still butthurt about the whole thing.
Exactly.
Like,
why are you so upset about this?
Yes,
that doesn't make any sense to me. And yeah, I would have done the same thing they did and been like, all right, deuces. Yeah. Like, we're gonna go do something else.
My favorite part is that right there. It's So we said no. Hold on. So we ended up just doing our own thing for the weekend and not seeing our friend at all. So they just said, okay, fuck you. We're going to go have fun.
I mean, yeah, like that's the right call. I mean, you didn't do anything wrong. At all points of it, you weren't like aggressive about it. You weren't fighting back. You weren't arguing. You were just like, okay, I respect your rules because I don't want to abide by them. And I have the option. I'm going to remove myself from the situation. You're just mad because you don't get to extend your control onto somebody else. That's all that it is.
So other people probably don't know this. You know this. I'm pretty petty.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with shit like this. Mm-hmm. Like even like relatives or whatever, right? Yeah. Fucking petty, right? Yeah. If you want to go low, I'm going to go lower. Mm-hmm. And what I would do if I was OP, the couple, I would hijack Friendsgiving.
Ooh.
I would 1,000 fucking % hijack it. I would contact everybody before the friend can get to everybody, and I would invite everybody to the house.
That's not a bad idea.
You know what I mean? And I would like blow last year's just out of the fucking water.
I would even, you know what?
I wouldn't invite him.
No, I was going to say because I'm petty and the bigger and better person, I would take the date and also extend the invite. Be like, you can come.
Oh.
You can invite your parents too. No sleepovers though.
Fuck that. But yeah, that's absolutely what I would do because this whole thing is fucking redonk.
Yeah, it's very stupid.
Do you want the question again?
Sure.
Am I the asshole for refusing to follow my friend's parents' house rules and leaving?
No.
Absolutely fucking
no. It would be completely I can't even think of, you know what, I'm not even going to go into it because I can't even think of a coherent like example.
Reddit's overall verdict was not the asshole as well. I got the top 3 comments that I could find. First one is not the asshole. This is weird. Y'all didn't agree with the house rules and decided to sleep at a hotel, which is the responsible way to handle it.
Exactly.
In all caps. Like, what else do you want us to do?
Yeah. Like the alternatives are what you guys sleep apart, you try and sneak together in the middle of the night, or you leave.
I would, me personally, just my opinion, if you did do that, I would actually change my verdict to you would be the asshole.
Oh, 100%.
Because you're not respecting the homeowner's requests.
Exactly.
And I think that is a dickhead move, right?
Exactly.
But you didn't do that. You did it exactly how you were supposed to.
Exactly.
Next one is not the asshole. You handled it like adults. You didn't like the rules. Instead of disrespecting them by ignoring them, you said, hey, we're going to get a room and make everyone comfortable. Exactly. Y'all are not children. And most importantly, you are not their children. In all caps. Like, who the fuck are you talking to right now? Like, I don't need to stay here. Mm-hmm. Like, this is some get out shit.
I don't even, yeah. I mean, well, at least they got to sleep together and get out.
That's true.
I mean.
Ooh, see what you did there. The last one was not the asshole. It is their house and their rules. You 100% respected that. You are not obligated to disrespect your relationship to placate to people who do not see you as adults. Mm-hmm. The truly disrespectful thing is your friend and his parents lashing out because they couldn't control you. I think this friendship has run its course, unfortunately, but seeing as your friend still seems to be clinging closely to his umbilical cord, it's probably for the best in the long run. Congrats on all the recent milestones. I'm sure you will be making adult friendships in no time.
I agree.
Oh, God. That's my favorite
funny.
fucking comment.
I liked that
That's
one.
why I saved it for last. All right. Time for our third Am I the Asshole?
That was really funny. Okay. So the third story is titled, Am I the asshole for using a song as a joke at work? So 6 months ago, a new colleague called Scott joined our team. As someone who grew up around the time of the movie Euro Trip, I automatically thought of Scotty doesn't know. I made the reference jokingly a couple of times to him, and he seemed to laugh it off without really saying much. Everyone in our team thought it was funny, and everyone would join in and say things like, "Oh, don't tell Scotty," whenever he mentioned his girlfriend, which he seemed to take in good enough humor. So eventually, I thought it would be funny to set the song Scotty Doesn't Know as my ringtone on my work phone for every time he called. Again, everyone seemed to think this was acceptable and funny. It always got laughs every time he rang. Anyway, somehow it got back to him, and he decided to take it really personally and went to HR. Didn't even say to all of us that he didn't find it funny. Unfortunately, they have done an investigation and decided I am the sole perpetrator. They've taken a very harsh line and have let me go for gross misconduct, accusing me of targeted sexual harassment, which I think is ridiculously unfair. I initially went to the HR sub for advice, but I got absolutely flayed alive over there and called a total asshole, LOL. But I don't get how. It's just a fun reference to a stupid movie. So am I the asshole for using a song as a joke at work? So I do have some context to the song if you'd like me to give that before you get into...
Sure.
Okay. So
just the song itself or what was played?
The song itself.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So for some explanation, in case anybody doesn't know the movie that they're referencing, Euro Trip is a movie that came out in 2004. It's a raunchy teen road trip comedy about recent high school graduates backpacking across Europe. And the main character, Scotty, in the beginning of the movie is broken up with by his girlfriend. And at a party later that night, a band performs the song Scotty Doesn't Know about the lead singer sleeping with Scotty's girlfriend while they were still together. And literally the whole song is about them sleeping together behind his back, but also right in front of his face. Like, one of the lyrics is about them hooking up while she's on the phone with him, and another about them hooking up on Scotty's birthday. So if you didn't get it before, why it's completely inappropriate, there's the full context of the song. So do you want me to read the question again now?
Sure, you can.
Okay, so am I the asshole for using a song as a joke at work?
I'm going to be careful here. A lot of people, not everybody, a lot of people are sensitive nowadays, right? Shit that you could do back in the day isn't always acceptable here. One complicated thing with this story is that we don't know exactly. Obviously, OP says, oh yeah, he thought it was funny, it was in good taste, whatever, but like, who knows what was actually happening? You know what I mean? Because that's not a great song to play as a joke, especially when it's, you know,
and this
in
is
this
a
scenario.
new colleague. You guys aren't old friends.
So everything, I know you thought it was in good taste and everybody was laughing and all that kind of stuff, but I think you were 100% in the wrong. Especially, it seems like you were, I don't want to sound shitty here, but it's the only thing I can think of is like beating a dead horse.
Yes.
It's the only thing I can think of.
100%.
Is that you were just so, like, if you would have done it once and everybody got a good laugh and you moved on, you'd probably still have a fucking job.
Probably.
But you just continue.
You will not let it go.
Over and over and over. And it's like, dude, now you're just pushing limit, because it sounds like this guy is... He's one to take a joke way too far because it got a laugh.
Yes.
Right? And like, you can get a laugh and then move on.
Yeah, no, he absolutely seems like the person that's like, oh my God, everybody laughed. Let me keep like ramping up on the same joke over and over and over again because it was so funny.
Yeah.
That one time,
right? If that's your only material, you should just shut the fuck up.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
He took it upon himself to keep it going.
So, and then you actually made it your ringtone as well. Now, I will say, though, not to defend this guy, because I think he is the asshole in this scenario for sure. But I will say, honestly, it never fails. I always fucking forget there's more than 2 goddamn options. All right? I think we may be in everyone sucks here territory.
Really?
Because I don't know. If you're... Again, we only have one side of the story, right? But if you're doing something, we're colleagues, right? And you're doing something that I don't care for, right? My personality is not to run to the fucking principal.
That's fair.
And be like, hey, they're fucking saying this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm going to come to you and be like, can you shut the fuck up?
That's
like,
fair.
I don't like what you're saying. You know what I mean? And you can word that however you want. That's how I would word it. You know what I mean? But like, you can word it however you want. Just like approach the person, because that is the root cause. And I am all for attacking. I'm all for root cause analysis, right? Attacking the problem. So not physically. I didn't mean it like that, right?
I know what you meant.
Calm down. But I think you should have. I think the what would that person be called? The complainer, whatever.
The colleague.
Yeah, but like whatever.
The victim.
The victim. Okay. The victim should have, if they felt comfortable, going to OP and being like, "Can you just stop? This is really bothering me."
I think that's why they didn't, though. They clearly didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like I said, you're someone new coming into this workplace, and somebody's like, let's play this joke with you all the time, every fucking day. And then everybody else is laughing about it too. And you're the only one that has to be like, it's so funny. I fucking hate you.
Ooh, goodness. What's interesting to me is that towards the end of the story, you said that the victim, the colleague found out about the ringtone. So that tells me that they weren't actually hearing it every single day. And that changes it for me a little bit, because if you were playing that full blast, right? So like if you're in cubes or whatever, and like there are a few cubes over and they call you, right? And that's all they hear every time. That's harassment. I
still think it would be like that though, because even if you're in a different part and like somebody sets this ringtone as like this group joke or whatever, and you don't know, and every time you're calling to like talk about business or whatever is happening at work, and meanwhile everybody's like, Scotty doesn't know. You got those reports, Scotty? You know, like that would annoy the fuck out of me too. That I'd be like, everybody's just constantly like going on and on and on about this thing. Shut up already.
But again, okay, say that, but to OP.
But that's what I'm saying, is that he clearly didn't feel comfortable doing that. So that's why he went to HR, you're supposed to be able to go to HR about that stuff. And if they did an investigation and find out that he's the sole perpetrator, there might be more than what you're telling us.
Yeah. More than what you're telling. Okay.
What OP's telling us. Like, I don't know. Oh. But also like I said, that's why I wanted to give the context to the song too, is that it's the song the song that you're referencing is about a guy who's sleeping with this guy's girlfriend, like over and over and over again. That's the whole song.
That's probably what the colleague said to HR, and that's why it got so many fucking red flags.
That's what I'm saying, is like, if I can't even think of any other song that has the name Scott in it, but like it probably could have been anything else. You had to pick the one that is solely about the guy fucking this dude's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you don't think that that's inappropriate for the workplace?
I guess, okay, so I guess if he didn't feel comfortable going to OP with this complaint for whatever reason, which I don't know why you wouldn't be.
Some people just don't have that confrontational edge to them.
Yeah, I guess so. And that's not a bad thing, right? Yeah. That's not like a negative thing. But I don't know. I'm in between you're the asshole, right? And everyone sucks here, because I think, in my opinion, we only have one side of it, like I said. But the colleague could have went to OP and been like, "Can you just stop? Like, this isn't," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you just kept fucking poking and poking and poking and poking until like eventually they snapped. So I don't know. What's your verdict? What do you think?
My verdict is you're the asshole.
Okay.
I feel like it's not that hard for me anyway, I guess I should say, it's not that hard to tell when somebody is not like fully enjoying the joke. Especially if you do it and like the laugh kind of starts dwindling. Yeah. They're not enjoying that joke anymore. If they ever were.
I can definitely appreciate that, but I guess what I go to is like, me coming to you would be trying to stop the behavior. Me going to HR would be me trying to get you fired.
I guess.
You know what I mean?
I just figured that if he wasn't comfortable talking to OP and was maybe like, hey, I just need some guidance on how to approach this or whatever, and maybe through talking about it, HR was like, hey, this is actually more like a bigger deal than what you think it is. and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
So maybe it didn't even start out as being a malicious thing. Maybe they were just like, can somebody please tell this dude to shut up? Like, please tell him to stop. I'm over it. I can't do this anymore. Like, if it keeps continuing, I'm going to find another job. Or, you know, like maybe if it was something like that, like I can't listen to it anymore. It's driving me insane.
And that's never fair. I never want to be one of those people that blames the victim. You know what I mean? So now that we talk through it and all those kind of background things that could be happening, I think you're just the asshole. Yeah. I think you're the asshole.
I think you are.
If you would have just said it once and just like took the laugh and just moved on with your fucking life, you would have been good. But like you just fucking beat it.
Yes.
You fucking beat a dead horse.
You would not let it go.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah.
Well, so for some comments.
Okay.
The first one I got said, bullies rarely think they are a bully. They see the laughs as fun and very rarely think of the harm they are doing to someone's self-esteem and daily work life. So that was just
fair. Yeah.
Kind of a calm one going into it. So the second one said, before I Googled the lyrics, he's not taking things in good humor. He was a new employee trying not to rock the boat and laughing along, expecting your poor taste in humor to pass. But you just kept going and didn't know when to stop, turning it into bullying. You're the asshole 100%. After I Googled the lyrics. Dude, that is disgusting. Is this real? And are you actually questioning this? Why would you ever think this was funny?
Oh, that's so funny.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's a good song, but
I mean, I wouldn't
my name's not
sing
Scotty.
it to my coworker.
That's true.
Sing it at the bar after a few drinks, but not with my coworker.
My only comment before you actually read the lyrics and everything is that maybe I'm the only person like this, but when I hear those lyrics, I don't think about the lyrics and what it's about. I think about the movie. That's where my mind goes. So like I look at this when you originally read it, that's where my mind goes. I'm like, oh, that's a good song because it makes me think of this movie. It takes me back to this moment, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't think of like this is what they're talking about in the song because I didn't even remember that part. You know what I mean? Like you actually had to read that. You had to Google that.
But that's what I was saying too, is that like it kind of felt like there's a little bit left out because how did he react? Like, did you guys have a conversation about it, or was he just like, ha ha ha? Yeah. Like,
and also,
you know,
but also, is he playing that entire thing or is he just playing like that little part?
Exactly.
That's
but
you know, like,
I don't know. But they said that anytime he mentioned his girlfriend, they would be like, oh, don't tell Scotty. I'd be like, shut the fuck.
That's not great. That's not great. Yeah.
Every single one of you.
Yeah.
Just a collective slap across the face. Shut it.
Oh, it's funny.
All right. So the next one was, the joke is that you're secretly fucking his girlfriend. You got the whole team joining in on telling him his girlfriend was cheating on him anytime she came up. I don't buy that he was taking this in good humor. I think you were willfully ignoring the obvious signs that he was not enjoying being your target, and it took official intervention before you'd lay off. Could be.
Could be. Absolutely could be.
Yep. And then, did you have something to say? Okay. Well, then the last one said, also, like, if you ever want to make a joke or reference about someone's name, don't. Just don't. They've heard it a million times. And as somebody named Miranda, it's true.
Is that what the comment says? Or is that what you're saying?
No, that's their comment. But I saw it and I was like, I just came like flooded with all the memories of all the times that I've been like, oh, my name is Miranda. And they're like, oh, you want me to read you your Miranda rights? Shut up. God. Yeah. Or they'll be like, oh, your name's Miranda. You got the right to remain silent. Just put me in the fucking cop car and take me away. I don't want to listen to this.
Ooh. That's funny.
I'm just saying, I've gotten it so many times, and it's usually old white men. It's true.
Another one that I always think of is, oh fuck, I know Mary's one of them. But there's another one where, what's that song by starts with an S? Fuck, not Santana. The Santana song.
Maria.
Yeah, that one. That's another one. You know what I mean?
Yep.
There's a lot of names in it.
Yeah.
I've heard that come up a lot.
Yeah. But I mean, just overall, I think that that's like across the board. You can always tell too, because they'll say your name or whatever, and then you're like, oh, and then they're like,
yeah.
Can we move on? Like, I laughed at this joke 10 times already, and it's like 5 o'clock.
I think, and another important thing too with OP is that, I mean, it seems like obviously you are the asshole, but I think the verdict would be different if you just said it like we said, it the once, got the laugh,
let it go,
and fucking moved on with your life. You kind of did it to yourself.
You did, and that's
especially the ringtone.
Yeah,
like that's dude.
Yeah, you fucked around with the wrong coworker, man, and now you got to find a new job.
Yep.
Well, now it's time for our next Am I the Asshole story.
So this story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Getting an Extra Order of Fries for My Girlfriend? Ooh. I feel like I'm going absolutely crazy for this being an argument, and I need someone objective to tell me if I fucked up. My girlfriend is a French fry bandit. She always takes half my French fries without fail. When we go out and I get burger and fries, I already know half are going to her. My issue is that French fries are one of my favorite foods because I have the palate of a child. I always get myself a side of fries, and I always ask my girlfriend if she wants fries as well. It's always a no, but once they show up, half go to her. So recently we were out for dinner and I wanted, I think it's steak frites. I Googled this and it's frites.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I wanted steak frites and she wanted a salad. I was hungry and admittedly had a bad day and was grouchy. And I asked her if she also wanted fries with her salad. She said no. So when the server came, I ordered for us and I ordered my steak frites and a salad for her and an extra side of fries. She said that she didn't want fries. I said that I wanted extra fries, so we pushed on. When the server dropped off the food, I immediately pushed the extra fries to her. She was upset. She said she didn't want them. Then I said I'd have them. As we got in the car, she told me that I was being a dick for ordering fries for her when she said she didn't want them, and it was incredibly condescending of me to assume I know what she wants. The kicker is, she ate the extra fries. She wanted the extra fries. I ate my fries and she ate pretty much the entire side, even though I was planning on eating them. She's been with me for a year. Of course I know she's going to eat the fries. She does it every time. She's been pissed about it since, and I feel like I'm taking crazy pills on why I'm the asshole here. So again, am I the asshole for getting an extra order of fries for my girlfriend?
Nah, I would have eaten the fuck out of those fries. Yeah, I don't know. I can't quite reason with stuff like this, honestly. I guess because I don't do the whole, no, I don't want any. Why didn't you get me any? Yeah. I'm always just like, yeah.
Especially if there's a pattern.
Yeah.
You can't fucking argue with me.
That's what I was going to say too, is like, there's clearly a pattern in the behavior. And I would just be like, but you ate the fries, right? Exactly. Okay, so then problem solved. I got my full order of fries that I wanted. You got the amount of fries that you wanted. We're both full. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're just mad because he was right. Unfortunately.
Okay. Interesting. I thought you were going to pick up on something that I didn't, because everybody did. What if you go a little deeper?
What do you mean?
Go a little deeper with her kind of actions and her view on the situation.
Is it the whole like, oh my God, I don't want to eat too much, the diet culture of it all? Is that what it is?
Closer, but not quite. I didn't pick up on this either.
Well,
it's the last thing I thought.
I didn't think about it because, I like to eat.
I thought you were going to clock it immediately.
I wasn't immediately thinking anything like that. I'm trying to figure out what you mean.
Okay.
What do you mean?
So, well, hold on. We'll get there. That's the comments. I didn't pick up on it either. So I don't want that to kind of gear it.
Okay.
Kind of steer the whole conversation.
Okay.
But what is your verdict?
I don't think you're the asshole for that.
Okay.
Because even then, so maybe I wouldn't have like pushed the fries towards her, I probably would have just like left them right here at my plate. Like, here's my plate, but then here's the fries. Just strategically right in between us, but they're going to probably be like pushed up against my plate.
Okay.
Just so you know,
That's fair.
I'm like, these are my fries, but really they're your fries.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Just like the little...
That's fair.
Make you feel better about yourself, but also I get my full amount.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're the asshole.
No, I don't think you're the asshole. No, I'm just saying I probably wouldn't have done that. I would have been like, no, these are fries for me. And then just continued to eat off my own fucking plate.
Yeah.
And then if they were like, oh, what about these fries? I would have been like, ooh, leftovers. And you know what? I probably would have eaten those fucking fries too. I want some fries now.
Yeah, apparently. Do you think there's any, I don't want to say pattern. Maybe that's the best word though.
Okay.
Of how she orders the salad, but then eats all of his fries.
Well, that's what I was saying, is that if it's like the diet culture of it all, that she's like, oh, I'll just have a salad. And then she's like, oh, just one more fry won't hurt. Just one more fry won't hurt.
Okay.
You know?
All right. So you think it's like the diet culture kind of thing?
I think so, maybe. Or maybe she just doesn't want to like spend extra money. But in what world is a salad cheaper than fries now?
No, definitely not. So you didn't clock it. Neither did I. But we had the same verdict. I definitely think not the asshole. You did have a good point though with the fries, kind of pushing it. And he already admitted, OP already admitted that they had a bad day and grouchy or whatever. But I don't think, you pushing the fries to her really makes you an asshole. I don't think it was a necessary move.
Yeah.
But it doesn't change the entire story.
I think you were just trying to avoid being annoyed on top of already, because like I know when I don't have a great day, I'm like, I am 2 fucking seconds away from being like completely overstimulated, and
especially
everything irritates me.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So like if I can take the steps to prevent me from like exploding on you for something stupid, then I'm going to do it. And if that includes getting a side of fries, I'm going to get the fucking side of fries.
Makes sense, right?
I'm just trying to avoid an argument here.
Seems like he's not winning that battle.
Yeah, no.
I would definitely say, I would agree, not the asshole. The overall verdict on Reddit was also not the asshole. But they clocked something we didn't.
Okay.
So the first comment is eating disorder type behavior. If she didn't order it or didn't eat the whole serving, then it doesn't count. It's bullshit, and she needs to own up to being a French fry thief. Everybody clocked this. Everybody. The next one was not the asshole. I don't know if she thinks it's cute, but it's clearly dysfunctional. She needs to be honest about what she wants, and at the bare minimum, not attack you for being realistic about the amount of food you're both ordering. On a more compassionate note, it sounds like she might have an eating disorder, or at the very least, a bad relationship with food. You may want to have that conversation with her. Everybody clocked this. I fucking didn't.
I didn't.
I have no experience with this whatsoever, so I had no idea. But I mean, it makes sense. Last one is if she eats your fries, she can rationalize it as 1 or 2 fries, no calories. Even if she ends up stealing half your order. By ordering her own plate of fries, you made that rationalization impossible. So now she feels fat, and it's your fault. Response. I am a woman, and I can't say strongly enough how much that's a her problem and not a him problem.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. It's like, I get it when you have like a eating disorder or something, like a bad relationship with food. I get that, but that's not everybody else's responsibility to maintain. You don't get to, like, what if, OP clearly doesn't like having half of his food taken. So why do you get to overstep when he doesn't get to do something to provide that extra stuff for you just because it breaks your rationalization?
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing as before. Why do you get to be uncomfortable and I have to fix it and do all these things to make sure that you're okay? But when I'm uncomfortable, I have to just deal with it.
Yeah. So I understand, and I didn't think about this before we started talking about it, but I wonder if she can't, I don't want to say this as like a cop-out, but I wonder if she can't be blamed in the sense that it may be deeper.
No, yeah, I'm not necessarily saying that,
I mean?
I don't think either one of you are the asshole. I think it comes down to having a conversation, really.
I think it might be deeper than that. I think it might be, again, we only have one side of the story, but it sounds like it could be like therapy type scenario.
I mean, yeah.
Because what I mean by deeper is I mean like the whole rationalization, especially like how you just said it. It's very interesting to think about. Like her OP orders the extra fries and it's put in front of her. I wonder if that makes her feel some sort of way.
Maybe.
Right? Like I'm fat or whatever, right? And I wonder if it's deeper than just like surface level. I wonder if it's actually like deep in her mind, like that rationalization is just broken now, right? And that may be deeper than just like you ordering a set of fries. It may be deeper than, having a conversation. Yeah, this might be therapy territory.
I mean, yeah, 100% that could absolutely be signaling to her that like all these times when she thought it was just one or two fries, that it was actually a lot. And like it's become a pattern and now she's spiraling and da-da-da-da-da. Again, that doesn't make either one of you the asshole.
No,
I think that you are just trying to take a preventative step before, trying to avoid this fucking argument.
Exactly.
Like you were literally trying to avoid this argument and yet here we are.
Yeah.
So
I definitely don't think either one are the asshole, but I think if this is, cause like if you truly have, this, what is it called? The eating disorder or like a bad relationship with food or whatever. Food is not something that you can just get rid of. You know what I mean?
No,
so
you need to figure out how to manage that.
Yeah,
so that,
especially if you have like a physical relationship, right? That you want to make work or whatever, right? A lot of people go to therapy, right?
Exactly.
This may be one of those things. You may just need to talk to somebody and talk them through this whole thing so you can kind of get over this, because this is affecting now this bad relationship is affecting a physical relationship.
Yeah. I mean, definitely offer reassurance and let her know that it's not so much like, I don't like you eating my food. I don't like sharing my food. Like I want to eat my food.
Joey doesn't share food.
Like I would have no problem being like, you see all this fucking food, I'm about to shovel it right in. Don't get your fingers in there. I'll eat them too.
And also, yikes. I wonder if not to blame OP, but I wonder if, because they've been together for a year. This is not a new thing.
No. I
wonder if there was some early relationship enabling going on.
Probably.
That kind of, not that they're at fault, but maybe that's kind of how we got here.
You kind of set it in motion where you were like, yeah, sure, we can share.
Because within the first year, obviously, there's like
you're on the honeymoon stage. Everybody's like, sure, you're perfect. We can do everything. And then after you get out of that, you're like, hey, actually, that thing that didn't bother me yesterday, I can't fucking stand it today.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just so you know.
And then for her to freak out over it or, do this is like, okay, this is a deeper issue and you need to fucking work through it.
Yeah. Maybe you both were just having a bad day. Who knows? I think ultimately just sit down, have the conversation.
Could you imagine you're having a bad day? Let me set the scene for you.
Oh God. Okay.
You're having a bad day. You're grouchy. You're hungry. You go to order your food and you don't order the fries. And then your significant other steals half your food.
Like I said,
you're already pissed off.
I'm going to eat your hand.
That's what I mean.
Literally.
Like,
I'm
going to eat your fucking feelings. Yes. That's what I'm going to do.
Every fry, that's a finger I'm taking. Don't fucking touch my food.
What I mean. Like, this is not going to progress anywhere.
No. Honestly, my rule of thumb is like, don't touch my food unless I offer to share.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not offering to share, I'm not interested.
We've been together for married 13 and we've been together for 15 and we've never done that.
No.
Like my grandmother does this and it drives everyone nuts. You'll be not even done with your plate. Like you just
You're
put
like
your
at
fork
the
down.
end of it and she's like, are you going to finish that?
Are you going to finish that? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I remember one of the first times she did that to me and I was like, what? And like, I was so beside myself. And then I was like, I'm actually done anyway. So.
Well, I am now. But there's been so many times where I've seen her called out for that. So many. I've done it. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? But it's
she's
like
so funny about it too.
But I couldn't imagine like your significant other doing it every meal and just like
that would get on my nerves so bad.
And just like approaching it like this. Like this is not
is
not a healthy relationship for either one of the
No,
relationships.
I don't think I could handle it because I wouldn't want to feel like I need to guard my food. Like, what is that? Like resource guarding? Feel like a fucking dog.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not trying to do all that.
Exactly. Pretty sure Joey does this in Friends where
he
orders.
Moves the plate side to side so she can't grab it.
He orders like a bunch of extras because she keeps trying to pick off his fucking plate. Like, can you not take a hint?
Right. That's so funny.
Oh, God. Anyways. All right. That was our last Am I the Asshole story.
Surprise!
There you go.
So I actually have another story because I couldn't decide between the two that I found. And then also I forgot that we had gotten a listener submission. So
okay. All right. Good thing. Okay.
A last minute change.
That's funny.
So this last story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Letting My Daughter Yell and Hoot Outside at the Pool?
Okay.
Hi, everyone. My 2 children, 4 and 6 months, husband, and I are on holiday in Greece with my in-laws. We have a house we've rented with a pool outside. We do have a neighbor next door and someone behind us as well. So 2 other houses, and they are, I believe, also holiday rentals. My daughter, 4, is so happy and excited about the pool. She's been in it since after breakfast, about 10 a.m. Around 11, she started playing with water guns and splash fighting with her dad and doing announcements with a pool noodle. She hasn't been screaming bloody murder, but she has been shouting and hooting and what you can imagine a little kid would be like at the pool. My husband and his mom keep telling her to be quiet. His mom told her to use her inside voice. I might be the asshole here because I then said in front of her that we're outside and she's fine to be a little loud. It's not early in the morning, it's not constant screaming, and she's a kid in the pool playing with her dad who's shooting her with water. They both think, since we have 2 houses near us, that she needs to not be loud at all like that, but I honestly disagree. They're holiday houses with pools. I know other people might not have kids and want to relax and quiet, but she's also not out there constantly yelling around when she is. If I'm wrong, that's okay, and I'll help make sure she keeps the volume down. Low stakes here. But am I the asshole for letting my daughter yell and hoot outside at the pool?
This may seem too obvious, and maybe I missed it in the story, but like, how do you know anybody's home? You know what I mean?
I guess they don't.
I would definitely, this is a kid. How old's the kid?
She's 4.
Okay, so like, this is a 4-year-old at a pool. It's fine.
Right.
But I would definitely, if you're worried about it, before you start spiraling about that whole scenario, go see if anybody's home. Because if you're in Greece, it's kind of like a hotel, right? Especially when you travel to
if it's like
an exotic
Airbnbs
location
or
like that.
something.
They're probably out doing stuff in Greece. So like, you may be overthinking this. And you don't have to, right? But also, what if they have kids, or what if they can't hear, or whatever, right?
Exactly.
You can go check with the neighbors, right? But if you're uncomfortable with that or whatever, I would say it's still a 4-year-old, and she's on vacation. She's allowed to have fun.
Exactly.
One thing that I will say though is I can appreciate OP. Well, I guess with the mother and father, right?
The mother-in-law and father, I think.
So the ones that want her to be quiet or whatever. I can appreciate that in one area, I guess one instance, whatever. And that's, I don't like to be the loudest one in the room. I don't like to be the center of attention, right? Because that to me is just, I don't like it. Because then there's more eyes on you, stuff like that.
I suppose.
Right? So like, that's one thing that I could like, especially in a foreign country, I can kind of put myself in their shoes, like, hey, let's not be the loudest ones here.
Yeah, I'd be like, if you're shrieking at the top of your lungs, you need to stop doing that.
You're not having a party.
Yeah.
It's a 4-year-old having fun at the pool. Like, I think you're overthinking it. And I think it's, the odds are is there's no one even in those houses because they're probably out enjoying Greece.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would absolutely, what's the question again?
Am I the asshole for letting my daughter yell and hoot outside at the pool?
No, absolutely not. I don't think
so. I didn't think so either. So what actually got me with this one was the comments. Because on Reddit, it has the red asshole label, but the comments were actually pretty mixed.
Okay.
The first comment that kind of goes into this is, it says, "You're the asshole. Teaching people to be considerate is good. I think your husband and mother-in-law are correct. Other people paid to be on vacation and might not want to hear a kid making announcements into a pool noodle at length, though this is obviously fine in moderation." To which somebody responded saying, "It's one kid, not a dozen. She can't go all day. Let her have fun, be big, use her voice and body, not constrain herself." And then that went into like a whole conversation about sexism and the difference about how like boys are allowed to be loud, whereas girls are typically told to be quiet. So
okay.
That went into a whole thing, but it was just kind of like that back and forth of where like somebody would comment one thing and almost immediately somebody would have a rebuttal underneath it.
The original commenter is dumb in my opinion, but the response was perfect.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
A 4-year-old girl just trying to have some fun. Calm fun. It's probably those people, the first commenter, are people that have that opinion, probably don't have fucking kids.
Probably. So then this one, the second one, said, "You clearly don't understand how a pool in your private home works versus the public pool. Holy fuck, LMFAO. The only other people are neighbors, and a neighbor hearing a kid being a kid is not the issue you're making it out to be. Kids live in the world and make noise. As long as they're not being excessive, you can learn to deal with it. And that's coming from someone who hates kids."
I like that person.
And then a response to that one, like I said, there's always the rebuttal.
Okay.
They said, "The neighbors deserve to get to have a peaceful time and not deal with OP's kid yelling. And that's coming from someone who likes kids." So that's just what I mean, that like, that's kind of why I just wanted to show that there's this mixture in the comments. And that's what really drew me in, because everybody was so like hard one way or the other. And that like you would have to scroll a bit to get people that were like, okay, let's reason a little bit, you know?
See, those people are, what is it, diamonds in the rough?
Yes.
Because like Reddit, I have found with all the stories we've done in 121 episodes.
Yes.
Right? Is that it's so black and white.
Very black and white.
It's
very seldom that you get the gray
area. And it's very important to get that, because 9 times out of 10, that's the one that counts. Because life is not always fucking black and white.
Yep. So what do you think about OP essentially undermining her spouse in front of her daughter? So like when they're telling her to be quiet and then she's like, "No, you're fine. You can be loud."
Well, hold on. Say it verbatim though, because she didn't say that. What did she say verbatim?
She said, so she said, "My husband and his mom kept telling her to be quiet, and at one point his mom told her to use her inside voice. I might be the asshole here because I then said in front of her that we're outside and she's fine to be a little loud." So I guess it was more so going against the mother-in-law, but both of them were telling her to keep it down. So that's why I just lumped them together in that. Do you feel like that was undermining the other parent at all, or just being like, it's not that serious?
I think it's tone.
That's
for
fair.
me, because we've done this before with our kids. And like, I can't think of a scenario, but it's never been serious. If there's ever a serious thing, then we're a united front. We'll talk about it offline or whatever. We always come to a united front. If it's something like that. But something like this, I could see like you saying that, right?
Yeah, being like, we're outside. It's okay.
Yeah, whichever,
you know?
right? So one person saying, "Oh, you know, be quiet," and the other person's like, "Well, we're on vacation. Like, just go with it." I think it was more innocent than that. I think it happened just like that, from at least what OP is saying.
That's what I thought.
Is they were like, you know, let's be quiet, let's use our indoor voice, and then the response from OP was just like, "We're on vacation. Like, you can be a little loud. It's okay." And it wasn't I don't know if malicious.
It probably wasn't like as
a malice,
like starting an altercation, or like, you know, as confronting as what it maybe came off to as the recipient.
The alternative is to me to pull the wife, I guess this scenario would be the husband and the mother-in-law aside and be like, "Hey, let's talk about this. Can she be loud?" Like, I don't. No, that doesn't make sense to me.
If anything, I would have gone to you and been like, we're outside. She's just playing. It's okay. Like, she's got maybe a couple hours in her tops. let it go, and then like we'll go do something quiet. Like if anything, that's what I would have done. But even still, I think just being like, we're outside, it's okay. I don't see a problem with that. It's not like you were like, shut up, you're not her parent. Like, that's a little aggressive.
That's different. That's different. Yeah. That's not what happened at all.
Exactly.
And like, I'm just trying to wrap my head around like why this got blown out of proportion so drastically. Because like, it's fucking vacation. You're in Greece. This 4-year-old, your daughter, is not going to remember this at all, right?
Probably not.
But like, it's still vacation. And like, one of the comments was like, oh, the next door neighbors deserve to have a good vacation without hearing the kid. Well, so does the fucking kid.
Exactly.
What are you saying right now?
Yeah.
So
they
like,
don't, that's the thing that bothers me sometimes is like, I always try to find that middle ground with our kids of like, obviously you're a kid, you're going to do kid things.
Yeah.
But also we're practicing being aware of our surroundings and the people around us and making sure we're not being disruptive. It's possible to find that halfway point, but it's just incredibly unreasonable for you to expect this 4-year-old to go out into a pool and play silently.
And make no noise.
What kid ever have you seen go to a pool and not make any noise at all?
Especially with a pool noodle.
Exactly. Like, I don't even like swimming that much, but I get into a pool and I'm like, I'm a mermaid. Like, yeah, not all the time. I did last time.
Yeah, you did last time. Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, so I don't know. I was just trying to find like, you know how you do with like the devil's advocate.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because it kind of baffled me how it had the red asshole label on it. I was like, I just don't see that.
I don't even know. I should, at this point, we probably should know how that algorithm works.
Probably.
I
think if you just say it enough times or something, or if they get that many votes. But again, like you have to go through all the comments and yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me, but.
But one last question. So if you were on vacation with no kids and you had to listen to kids playing in the pool next door, would you be annoyed? And if so, would you actually say something or just go find something else to do?
It depends. It depends on if it's I'm trying to think of the word, not drastic, that's not what I'm looking for. If it's
excessive.
Mm-hmm. If it's excessive, then, and I'm like, in this scenario where it's like next door neighbors kind of thing, and you're renting, and it's like, you know, because you got to think like there's gonna probably be, I mean, it's Greece, we've never been there, at least not yet, but I'm assuming that there's possibly parties, right? People are there on vacation and people are, you know, having a good time, vacationing in fucking Greece. I'm sure there's gonna be, you know what I mean? So you're gonna cut that off too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So like, and I don't know why that no one has landed on this yet, but if there was a complaint, why can't you just go over and ask them to quiet down? You know what I mean? Like we're trying to sleep or like whatever. Like what?
Exactly. I'd just be like, can we establish like what hours are acceptable? So like I won't sleep half the day and you guys can still play in the morning, but like maybe not at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So, but again, like, yeah, I agree though.
And it's one 4-year-old.
Exactly.
You could probably turn on the TV and drown her out.
Yeah,
like it's not. Exactly. Or like if the air conditioner kicks on. I don't know if they have that in Greece.
I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't know.
That's Europe, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
That's part of the
I'm trying to picture the houses. I don't think that they have.
EU.
I don't know.
European Union, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought they're part of that. Anyways.
Anyway.
They usually don't have, at least the parts of Europe that we've been to.
Yeah, that we know of.
They don't have central air, so I don't know if that's the thing. But anyways.
I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, if there's a complaint, they can come over and talk to you. But at the same time, you're not having a wild party. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure Greece is the place that has, I don't know now, but Greece has that bay where all the yachts park, or like dock.
So.
I
think
park,
that's some place.
Isn't that
there.
Greece?
Yeah.
So
and
like
there's Mykonos or something.
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
already like that is a party.
I think so.
Place.
Or
isn't that Greece?
Yeah, it's either Mykonos or the shit, I had it on the top of my head.
Regardless, though, it's a.
But yeah, there's popular, like one of those two that are very popular for partying.
Yeah,
and stuff.
It's a popular party destination. Like it's an exotic, destination. Yeah. It's like calm the fuck down.
Right?
This is vacation.
Exactly. But one conversation that people were having in the comments was about the cultural difference, assuming OP is American. And since they said that they're in Greece, they pointed out how several European countries have a ruatak, or resting day, as well as quiet hours. So, for example, all of Sunday is resting day, so noise regulations are significantly more strict.
We have that in Germany.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then during the quiet hours, it's typically used for like nap time or just rest time. And it's just courteous to be quiet.
Europeans love their naps, yeah.
You know what? I'm here for it. So overall, though, it includes no lawn mowing, loud music, or like any bothersome noise, really. And according to a search online, in Greece, the summer season runs April 1st to September 30th, during which the quiet hours are in the 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. range, and then again at 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Okay.
So technically, OP and her daughter weren't within that window. So per the rules, they weren't breaking any.
And also, I don't think that maybe pertains. That doesn't pertain to the tourist destinations. Because you know damn well that tourists for an exotic location are not going to be quiet between 3 and 5.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I can see Greece again. I can't like picture it in my head. I'm pretty sure Greece is pretty big though.
I think so.
And,
yeah, because they have like all the white houses that are pretty close stacked together and stuff.
But also like there, I'm sure that there's a portion of Greece that is just like Cancun.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay, so Cancun, right? Cancun, fucking Mexico, right? And the rest of Mexico, right? Are two completely different fucking worlds. Oh,
yeah, definitely.
I'm sure the same thing is true for Greece, right? Yeah. Whereas like the local population, the locals live by that, but like the tourists and like all the like a party central, we're gonna be quiet between 3 and 5.
Yeah, and I mean like I get how it would definitely get old if you're like trying to sleep in or take a nap or something like that. But I mean that was just the point of pointing out the quiet hours was that like you weren't even within that range. So again, I don't feel like there was any reason to tell her that she needs to be quiet. Unless she's like screaming at the top of her lungs.
But she wasn't doing that.
Exactly. Yeah. That is the only case when I'm like, hey, cut that shit out.
And also, how fucking old are you that you're in Greece and you're taking a nap?
I don't know.
As a tourist.
I don't know that I would. It would have to be after doing a lot.
Like, are you fucking 90 years old?
If I go to Greece, I'm hitting them streets.
You're in Greece. Yeah, like you're checking out Greece.
Yeah.
Like, who's taking a nap right now?
I don't know. I'd be like, that 4-year-old's probably going to be taking a nap soon. Just wait.
There's your quiet time.
It'll be quiet soon enough.
There's
You'll
your
be
quiet
fine.
time right there. You have to be 4 or 90 to take a nap in Greece on vacation.
Exactly.
That's funny.
That's it. All right. So for real this time, that was our last Am I the Asshole story. Okay. So now that we've gone through all the stories, who do you think was the biggest asshole?
Oh, jeez.
So we've got the lease prisoner, the house rule avoiders, Scotty's biggest fan, extra order of fries, ding ding, and the fun police.
Oh, jeez. Scotty's biggest fan has a bully in it, and he overkill. Overkill. The house rule avoiders, though.
I don't think you guys did anything wrong.
No, not them, but the parents and the friend.
Yeah, no, I think they're just dramatic as hell. I don't know that they're the biggest assholes.
I don't know if we have enough information for the lease prisoner for that to be it, in my opinion. Just because we don't know, you know what I mean? Like, he could be a huge asshole, but he could just be, I don't know. I'm between house rule avoiders, as in the parents and the friend, because that was pretty, I mean, the way that they exploded.
Oh, yeah, they're very over the top.
It was, yeah. And then also, like, now they're banned from Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
Like, that
dramatic.
is biggest asshole behavior.
That's fair.
Scotty's biggest fan, though, was a pretty big bully, but I think he probably just didn't have a whole lot of friends. Well, and he got some attention, and then he's like, you know what? I'm just going to fucking run with this until the wheels fall off. Yeah. And the wheels fell off.
Yeah. Well, it was between Scotty's biggest fan and the lease prisoner for me, but because Scotty's biggest fan ended up facing the consequences of his actions, I'm leaning more towards the lease prisoner.
Really?
The boyfriend being the biggest asshole.
Interesting. Story 1.
Yes, because that's the reason why, you're the reason why OP is in this position.
Okay.
Stop it. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go with my biggest asshole for this episode is the house rule avoiders, just because of how they came at. They were completely reasonable and completely within their fucking rights to go stay somewhere else. They're not prisoners, right?
Yeah.
And the way that you exploded on them and then kind of blew up the whole weekend. And then now you're going to punish, you're sentencing them by not allowing them to come to Friendsgiving. For me, story 2.
Yeah. So the friend and parents in story number 2 are your biggest assholes.
Absolutely.
And mine is the boyfriend in story number 1 for the lease prisoner. The lease prisoner.
Yep. I like it.
Yes.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah. Now it's your guys' turn to vote. Let us know who you think was the biggest asshole in this episode. Do you have anything else that you'd like to add?
I don't think so. No, this is a long one.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, it's whenever you're running it, we always go long.
It's not my fault.
I like it. I like this episode. I like how you threw in the little zinger in there too with the story number 5. I like that.
I like to spice it up every now and again.
I like this episode.
Good. I'm glad. And I hope you guys liked it too. Well, calm down. So, well, that's all I've got for this episode of Am I the Asshole Files. Maybe I'll be back next time.
Right.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Time will tell. If you'd like to submit your own story to be read on an episode, please email them to therantingpodcast@gmail.com and be sure to let us know if you'd like to be named or remain anonymous.
And please try to give us a title.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't, I'll make one. I don't care. But anyway, if you're enjoying listening to the podcast, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And aside from our full episodes that are available on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, and Apple, you can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, all under the Ranting Podcast. So find us everywhere. Watch the episodes. Come tell us what you think.
Yeah.
You know, keep ranting.
There you go.
And come tell us about it.
There it is.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.